The Red Sox offense is cracking, and no one is talking about the actual reason why. It's all Roman Anthony, Roman Anthony, Roman Anthony. I get it. He's the best hitter on the team. No doubt. And when he goes down, the outlook of this team looks a lot different. I said it on this show as well. But this offense needs a power bat in the middle of the lineup just as badly as it needs an all-around gifted hitter at the top of it. The Red Sox need Wilyer Abreu back now. They need him back right now. Or else it could be a pretty early exit in October. Before he went down in mid-August, Wilyer had the team lead with 22 homers that only just got surpassed by Trevor Story and 69 RBI. Nice. And was pretty much the only real home run threat the Red Sox had. You know, Trevor Story hadn't got hot yet, and he's still a 24 homer guy. That's nice. That's solid. But Wilyer was about to be a 30 home run guy, which means the Red Sox were about to trade him because they hate keeping 30 home run guys. Tyler O'Neill, Hunter Renfroe, Rafael Devers. But without him, Roman Anthony picked up the slack. Without both of them, the Red Sox don't have the look of a playoff team right now offensively. And they're about 2 weeks away from playing in the playoffs. Like that's not a good thing you want to be saying about this team right now. This lineup is incomplete. And it's showing for sure. And the only guy that can come in and pick up the slack until the ALCS, when you can maybe get back Roman Anthony, is Wilyer Abreu. Like, he's the only one that's close. We're hearing that he could come back next week. And they're as desperate as ever for him right now. They really, really need that kind of bat in their lineup. And you looked at last year, they were a lefty-heavy lineup. Remember, it was this season, you need to go out and get a right-handed bat just to get some balance in there. They were too lefty-heavy. And now this year, at this point, as you're looking towards the postseason, they don't have enough left-handed guys. They don't have enough balance, right? In the most important games of the year, the Red Sox are without their three best lefty hitters this season. No Roman Anthony, no Wilyer Abreu, and still worth noting, no Rafael Devers. Combine that with the declined numbers across the board for Jarren Duran, and you're down to Nate Lowe being your only left-handed power threat. Now, we all liked what Nate Lowe's done so far, but come on, it's Nate Lowe. In August, he was cut by one of the worst teams in all of baseball in the Washington Nationals. And what's really sucked about not having Wilyer Abreu in the lineup is the replacement that's been in there for him. In the last month, when Wilyer Abreu has been on the IL, those at-bats have gone to Masataka Yoshida, who is quite literally one of the worst position players in all of baseball. That's the big problem here. Is you talk about Wilyer Abreu's WAR and how much better he is above the replacement player, and his replacement player is worse than any other replacement player. You replaced a positive WAR guy with a negative WAR guy, so you're not even getting a league average player in return. In the last month, when Abreu's been on the injured list, Yoshida is hitting .209 with a disgusting, derogatory .514 OPS. Has twice as many strikeouts as walks, and probably 10 times as many ground balls to second base. At best, he is a singles hitter, and he hasn't even been that. 3 extra base hits in a month, 3 of them. That's putrid. That's horrible. And at a time where you don't have Wilyer, you don't have Roman Anthony, and Alex Bregman's been on the slump of his career, having Masataka Yoshida in the lineup every day makes it all the more glaring that you're going to have a real uphill battle when you face some good teams in the playoffs. And to add to that, the next 4 opponents the Red Sox will face, if we believe they'll match up with the Yankees in the playoffs, of those next 4 opponents, 3 of them are the bottom 3 teams in the American League for Masataka Yoshida's OPS. It's the 3 worst teams he's hit against this year. And the 4th team that's in that mix are the Toronto Blue Jays, a team that he hasn't faced at all this year. That is really not a good sign, guys. That's not a good sign at all that Masataka Yoshida will potentially still be taking those at-bats rather than Wilyer Abreu. And to add to that, not only, I just say he's one of the worst hitters, position players in baseball, not just at the plate, okay? He's an absolute albatross in the outfield. Like Giancarlo Stanton is for the Yankees, you can't hide Masa Yoshida. He can't field, he can't run, and he sure as hell can't throw. And again, if you're talking about a replacement player replacing Wilyer Abreu, then you might be okay, but you're not. And Wilyer Abreu, maybe his best upside is in the outfield. He's a Gold Glover in his 1 season in the major leagues. He has a rocket for an arm and absolutely solidifies what is a pretty good defensive outfield for the Red Sox when they have all their guys in the mix. They don't have all their guys in the mix. They don't. Instead of Wilyer Abreu and his 20-plus homers and his 800 OPS in the lineup every day, you're sticking in Masataka Yoshida, Nate Eaton, Nate Lowe, who's the best of those 3 comfortably. That's where the huge drop-off is. If you don't have Roman Anthony in this lineup, but you still have Wilyer Abreu, it's certainly a different outlook on the lineup, but you're not losing a ton in terms of quality. You're just not. You're keeping basically a 30 home run guy in your lineup. But when they're both down and out, that doesn't look like a playoff team, and they have not been playing like a playoff team. And they're going to need to really light a fire under their own ass pretty quickly here to still be a playoff team. Alex Cora, their manager, was the one saying it the other day, saying, hey, guys, let's not talk about October yet. We might not even get to October. And a nagging injury like this to Wilyer Abreu is the kind of thing that can keep them off the postseason bracket. Truly. And it's almost cruel for Boston fans right now. Like, you talk about Wilyer Abreu on this Red Sox team and how important he is. You can say the same thing about Christian Gonzalez on this Patriots team, and they're both battling hamstring injuries. They're like the worst things to go through, man, because you never know when they're gonna come back. There's no like amount of work you can put in to just make it better. There's no bunch of rehab that you can have to make it better. I mean, we're going on 6 weeks that Christian Gonzalez hasn't even practiced. It's the same kind of thing with Wilyer Abreu, man. It's frustrating. And if he doesn't come back soon, if that report is wrong and he's not coming back in the next week, then the Red Sox are going to be really white-knuckling this thing. And if he's not back by the start of the postseason, if they're there will be no hope of meeting up with Roman Anthony in the ALCS because they won't get past the wild card round. But I will say, y'all, if he does come back and he is back in time for that playoffs, and let's say it is the wild card series at Yankee Stadium, his career numbers there are just meh. He hasn't played a lot there, but would it surprise anyone if he's back and he has a massive home run and the short porch at Yankee Stadium in the biggest game of the year? Would it shock anybody? Tell him it's the Texas Rangers he's playing against. He'll hit 3 home runs. Oh, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Is Wilyer Abreu the most important missing piece on this team right now? Let me know in the comment section below. Can they make the playoffs without Wilyer Abreu returning in the next 2 weeks? Let me know in the comment section below. Then be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're coming at you live on YouTube every weekday, high noon Eastern time, and then available wherever you get your podcasts as well. I'm your host, Cam Stewart. Zach Burke keeps us on the air 5 days a week. Check out the other videos on YouTube talking Red Sox, Bruins, everything else going on in the world of Boston sports, because we are your lunchtime alternative to Boston Sports Talk Radio.